Good morning and welcome to Deep Coherence Technique Quantum. Today's day 8. Tomorrow will be day 9. So that'll be our first little cycle within these 28 days, which has a significance as a numerical value. There is something about doing something, same thing every day, with a little twist that shifts something inside of you, especially on the quantum level. Now, today, this is unscripted, so what I'm going to talk about is ideas that we have around manifestation. We kind of talked about it the last couple of days, but I want to go a little deeper today. Now, we often say that it isn't just a superficial gimme, gimme, right? I'm going to have a vision board, and I'm not mocking people who do this. I think it speaks to an idea, a concept that is very much a product of the modern world. And that product is that everything somehow is there for us. It's there because of us and it's there for us, which isn't true. Just like we've had 12,000 years of an epoch and a system saying to us that you're nothing, you're just a cog in the machine, you're like a little ant, that you need to bow down, you need to be subservient and subject yourself to this plethora of gods, demigods, saints, all the rest of it. It's almost like someone's flipped the coin over the last 100 years and said, no, now it's all about you. And in more recent times, it seems that there is an a la carte cuisine menu designed exclusively for people who want to absorb themselves in finding themselves. And the thing is, in terms of the quantum perspective, we're not lost. We came here to experience. Now, a lot of us came here and forgot purposefully. We forgot who we are, why we are, where we are, when we are. And we did it for a reason. We did it because where we come from, we are at one with everything. We're infinite. We're interdimensional. We got all the cards. So it's kind of like taking a vacation, coming into another reality and forgetting and being in a smaller perspective, a finite perspective that is beset by experiences. And some of those experiences will not be the result of our decision making. Some of those experiences, in fact, a lot of those experiences will come from the autonomy and the free will of other players that we agreed to play with. Some of it is random. Some of it, we didn't know that our paths were going to cross in that way. But we did sign up to participate in a multiplayer game, knowing that the rule down here is free will, absolute free will. Anyone at any time has the ability to do anything. So, with that in mind, we also come through and we get subjected to things that happen to us, things that maybe aren't anything to do with us, random acts by selfish people, dysfunctional people, sick people. But maybe there are things that we did engineer. Maybe there are things that we've allowed to happen because it might be fun or interesting or provocative to get ourselves out of those situations. So that's the mixed bag that we're vibrating from. We've got all of that stuff going on, and that vibrates, that messages, that signals out into the quantum field as a signal. Most of the time, for most of us, that signal is incoherent. Now, I'm not claiming that I signal coherently every single time, but my signal has got a lot clearer. And I've noticed the effects in my real world of things coming up from within for me to deal with so that I'm no longer attracting an erroneous thing back in something that's based on an erroneous thought that I have about myself. Does that make sense? I'm cleaning up my act. And I'm cleaning up my act because I'm coming into deeper coherence. So DCT isn't about, or it isn't just about the fact that you're going to feel more peaceful, more connected, more present, more open to your loved ones, to your co-workers, to your kids. It isn't just that you're going to feel more in the flow. You're going to be more creative. You're going to have more epiphanies. It really is about how your life is going to change on the outside as a reflection on the inside. So, the law of attraction, the law of manifestation is slowed down purposely on this planet because if it wasn't, it would be hellish down here. If anyone could manifest anything according to their desire, can you imagine the kind of world that we would live in because of all the dysfunction? So it's slowed down, it's massively slowed down. So if you want to see things shift in your life, I said this yesterday and I'll say it again today. Look at the receipt. Look at what your life is showing you every single day. How are people treating you? What's your financial situation? What's your health like? What are your nearest relationships like? That's the receipt. Sometimes we spend hours, days, years, months agonizing over the questions to ask. And then we ask and then that we don't, there's no response. There's no magical answer. But the answers are already out there. They're on the billboards of your life. They're screaming at you. This is what's going on inside of you. Here are the clues. Here are the signposts. Take the hint and go look at what's behind that particular experience. It just seems to keep looping back on you. It's not because you're unlucky. It's not because anything your family did. You can override those things. There is something in you that you need to look at that's behind that question. So DCT is going to help you with that. Um, there's no bells and whistles. It's not novelty based. It's the same thing every single time. We do the same thing. But I promise you, if you keep doing it and you keep going deeper, you're going to see real results and your evolution is going to be tangible. You're going to be able to see and track and chart your progress, even just after 28 days of doing DCT. So if you've just joined us, I'm going to let you know that this is the advanced DCT. This truly is for people who have been practicing with me for a while. I ask you to stick around. You're going to get some value from being in the same quantum field as us. You're going to definitely get some value. But I would ask you to go back to my website on YouTube and do the 28 days about habits, get used to DCT, and then come back and do DCT quantum. For those of you that do DCT quantum with me, we're going to take even more props away today. And that's going to be challenging, but I'm going to be resonating with you. I'm going to be creating a waveform. This is how the quantum field talks to us, the greater quantum field, not the ones we generate. So I'm going to be creating step by step. I'll only indicate with my hands like that. Step 1, step to 5. And you're going to internalize each of those steps with me. Okay? So let's start.